I'm just devastated. I just saw the Prime Minister's fucking speech. He's implemented nothing. He hasn't closed schools down. He thinks he wants to stem the flow of this virus. Well, every measure that he should have put in place, he hasn't even bothered with. All he's done is, self-isolate more people coming to Australia for 14 days. Well, he should shut the airports down for 30 days, at least. He should shut the schools down for at least 30 days. He should can all public transport and bite the bullet and get this in sort of perspective. If he wants to stem the flow, he really should step it up. A gathering of 500 or less is absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe he spoke to Australia like a bunch of school children, and I can't believe his actions in that speech. It is unbelievable. He is really a goose. He's absolutely learnt nothing from what's going on in the world. They obviously still think they're above it all. They think they've got a handle on it. They've got no handle on it whatsoever. They've let too many infected people in the community. The cross-infection rate is huge in this country, in China. That's why we're in quarantine. And he's still denying it. He's still in denial. Guys, you really better take this seriously. Don't worry about him because he's done. He's doing his all. And I'd be stepping it up, taking measures into your own hands. Get inside, lock yourself down, and don't go to work, don't go to school, don't go on public transport, don't go near any crowds whatsoever, and you're going to have to sit this one out. That's all you can do. That's all we could do. It saved China's ass, and I guarantee you it works. He didn't even mention wearing face masks. That's just absolute insanity. I think the Prime Minister's lost his marbles, and really, you've got to take some proactive action yourselves and get onto this because he's obviously not going to help our country. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the truth of the matter. That's exactly what's happened everywhere else in the world, and he's taken no lead whatsoever from any other country that's been crippled by this. So, in China, like I've told you all before, it's illegal to not have a face mask on. The leader of this country, China, Xi Jinping, is not ever seen out in public without a face mask on. He's always got a face mask on. He sets a good example for the rest of the country. That's what he expects everybody else to do. It's worked. It's our only form of protection that we got. And our Prime Minister hasn't even acknowledged that yet. This is just unbelievable. It's insanity. I can't believe what they're doing. His speech has just made me sick to the stomach about the insolence he's shown. I can't believe the arrogance of the man. I can't believe that he's letting Australia down like he is. I'm really sorry to, sort of scream about this, but really, I hope that everybody in Australia has got a few more brains than our Prime Minister, because he's just displayed how ignorant that he really is, how how bad a Prime Minister he is, what a lack of leadership he shows, and just unbelievable. We've had 40 deaths in the last 2 days, and 27 yesterday and 13 the day before. That's a good result around here at the moment. In an area the size of Greater Sydney with 30 million people, we've already had over 3,000 deaths. If he thinks that not implementing any stringent, plan to stop the flow of people throughout the public is insane. I'm shocked. I can't believe it. I'm really sorry, Australia. I'm feeling sorry for you. I've been left here in the worst place on earth, abandoned by that government, and now all they're going to do is let my whole country down and all my fellow citizens down. They're going to destroy Australia's medical system with this. They're going to destroy our economy by implementing packages that print money to support people for no reason at all. So ScoMo gets on the dog and bone and talks to his mate Boris Johnson in England and gets a bit of advice of a country that's been crippled by this at the moment, whose health minister is actually infected with coronavirus, and takes advice from him and doesn't listen to China, who's at the forefront and knows exactly what's going on and how to deal with this. And he's still listening to fucking plebs around the world that have no idea, and all they're interested in is saving their own arse and their own economy. I'm fucking angry about this now. I can't believe the fucking insanity of them. And Australia spread this fucking video around because people need to understand. Don't worry about your wages. Don't worry about all that. That can all be put on hold, mate. If the banks don't step up and you know, suspend mortgage payments and things like that, well, they're just as fucking greedy as the government, mate. Because it's the Australians that make up Australia. It's the citizens that make up the country. It's us that, you know, are most important in the country. It's not to do with them. Yeah, I got told this morning that my videos on YouTube have been repressed now, and I've had a lot of trouble uploading stuff to Instagram lately too. And that's rather suspicious because the people I've been giving the grief to are the ones that are lacking and not acting efficiently for their own, you know, citizens of their countries. And now they want to repress this because they're frightened that I'm telling the truth. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to keep printing stuff and keep fucking filming, and I'm going to keep telling you how it is, because I was left here. I was left in the worst fucking part on earth, and I'm still fine, and I'm still dealing with it, and I still get out there in the community every day and do what I can to help everybody around here. And my hosts, the Chinese government, have looked after me more than my country couldn't even give me a fucking phone call. Not even a... ScoMo, I'll give you some advice, mate. You know, I think it's about time you man up, stand up for the country, put in some really stringent measures, get on top of this once and for all, and start to nip it in the bud, mate. You've got one chance at saving everybody's ass in Australia. You've left it for 12 weeks now. You haven't done anything yet, and you come out with a speech like you did today is ludicrous, is absolute ludicrousy. Everybody in Australia is losing respect for you by the second, and you know, if I was you, mate, I would be really laying down the law now. I'd be putting down every measure possible to stop this. You don't have any more chances, mate. This is it. This is it, mate. This is all you can do. You've let everybody down, and it's only going to get worse from here. You know the numbers are going to double every day from now on, to the point where it's going to be out of control. It's all through our you know, beautiful country. And it's unfortunately because the government haven't really, you know, put in any measures yet. So please, guys, listen to me. I'm not bullshitting. This is real over here. This is happening. And we're all in the midst of it. We've been in lockdown since the 13th of February, and we're not getting out of lockdown until at least the end of the month, mate. So, you know, we're dealing with it. The Chinese people are dealing with it. Everybody's at ease with it. We all fucking copped it sweet, mate. I'm sure Australia can cop it sweet. I'm sure your banks and all the, you know, people we owe bills to can you know, put that on hold for a while and give everyone a bit of grace until we all get on top of this, because everybody's in the same boat, mate. I've been on the news in over 24 different countries that I know of. I've been in papers all over the world. I've been in the Chinese media about what I've got to say, and you guys still don't listen to me. It's really gobsmacking, mate. I can't see why you're denying it. I don't need to go to a group, a sect, a Hillsong gathering to get my faith, mate. You know, you make your own fate, you make your own destiny. You don't need to believe in some superpower that's going to help you through this, because it's not going to happen, mate. We're part of nature, we're just another animal, and if we don't take care of ourselves, we're gone. Simple as that, mate. I'm sorry, Australia, I'm sorry that I've had to say this, and you know, I'm probably cutting my own throat, you know, about all this, but the simple fact is I'm trying to warn you, I'm trying to keep you all safe and secure, and I'm trying to tell the government to do something, because Australians aren't stupid, we're not weak, we can take it, we can stand up, we can do what we need to do to save our own asses, and don't be such a pussy about it, ScoMo. Get in there and do something, please, mate. You're the boss, you're in charge, and we expect you to stand up and steer this ship in the right direction. Simple as that, mate. I'm sorry, but yeah, take it easy, have a nice day, God help you, and put a mask on. Yeah, look, I was just about to upload my video and release it to Facebook, not Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. However, the Chinese social media just flicked up a report saying that, talking about ScoMo's speech, so it doesn't take, you know, news very long to travel around this world. They were rather gobsmacked at the government's reply to what's going on, and their lack of, you know, an inability to act. And the Chinese specialists have suggested that now it's going to take Australia at least 3 months to get on top of this by the way they're going. 3 months of this before you just get a handle on it. Now, you can thank the Liberal government for that, and take that on board, and mark my words, if the Chinese government and their specialists are saying 3 months, well, it's probably at least 3 months. Sorry to say that, guys, but that's the deal, and I've been screaming it from the rooftops now for weeks, and no one's listening. Please post this video on, give it to everybody who you're concerned about, in Australia especially, and let them know, and take measures into your own hands as quickly as you can, please. And don't forget, wear your face mask, guys. Wear your face mask.